morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Hello.
A kind of cloudy morning after, wow, what an intense storm that rolled through yesterday late afternoon.
I had a question. We had the weather yesterday morning. What did you say was going to happen?
I said it was going to storm around 5:30.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
You didn't tell us it was going to be that bad.
I didn't know.
Because of global warming, right? Do you think there's global warming?
Climate change. Climate change is causing a lot of unusual weather. Yeah, I thought we got a lot more rain because there was so much flooding, but according to the airport, 1.35 inches of rain.
Well, that's just at the airport.
Yeah, temperature dropped 23 degrees in 5 minutes.
That seems scary. Let's take a look outside, see what it looks like today. Our hometown heating, cooling, and more Skycam. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com. Thanks to Roger and Tina Lindsay and their entire team at Hometown.
About 2,000 Consumers Energy customers are without power this morning after yesterday's storm. Much of the outages in Michigan were in the northern part of the Lower Peninsula. Kent, Ionia, Montcalm, Gladwin, Midland, Bay, and Clare. All those counties hit hard. Total of 170,000 customers lost power, and as of this morning, they've got about 25% restored.
I have some friends that live in Royal Oak, and that is DTE, and they lose power anytime it rains.
Yeah.
Anytime it rains. The folks over on that side of the state, they hate DTE. Hate DTE. Just so you know.
Yeah, they had 225,000 DTE customers lose power. And right now, the folks at DTE Energy have a rate increase into the Michigan Public Service Commission with multi-millions in increases to include private jet travel.
I think there should be private jet travel. For who?
For executives.
That's very nice. Yeah. Did you watch the Connor Stallions documentary?
I meant to watch that.
Darn it, I'm so mad. I'm the only one in the building that watched it. I've been trying to talk to people about it. Actually, Joey watched it. Tried talking to Brandon about it a little bit. But yeah, so everyone watch the Connor Stallions documentary.
So
and as I told you this morning, Connor Stallions is now on my Mount Rushmore of people. What are you laughing at, Brandon? He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I just would have liked to have seen both sides' perspectives, you know.
Sure.
But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did, and remember Connor went to the Navy and was a logistics officer in the Navy. So
I'm sure I can believe everything he says. Right?
You can.
He's going to tell the truth.
It's really good, though.
Yeah,
and it kind of opens the door to what goes on in college football that kind of everyone knew about. So much ado about something.
It's big business.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good to watch. You'll like it. If you're a Michigan fan, you'll love it.
Yesterday, the Center for Family Health had a ribbon cutting and a grand opening. Well, not really grand opening. It won't open until September 9th.
I heard they were giving away gift cards.
Yes, they're giving away a gift card to the Dirty Chicken. No, but it was an unbelievable place. It's beautiful.
There's Sarah.
Yeah, and Sarah's husband, Bill, he snuck in a little late.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there's the giant scissors. But unbelievable. It's they've added onto the building, and you cannot tell where they added on.
It's awesome.
In fact, they used a strip of blue painter's tape to mark from the old to the new. You couldn't tell.
Hey, there's Steve Castle.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people turned out for the nice buffet.
Yeah, I heard it was a nice buffet. I wasn't able to make it over there. I apologize. I was stuck in the line at Jimmy John's getting sandwiches. And it leads me to this.
That'll do
At Jimmy John's, I don't know, have you ever been?
Yes, I've been to.
Okay, I like Jimmy John's. The kids like Jimmy John's. I have no problem with Jimmy John's other than when I pay. I pay, and then they give you a double receipt and say, hey, could you fill this out?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Whoa. And then there's a tip line.
There's paperwork?
There's paperwork, okay? And it just got me to thinking, I don't like that. And I don't know why that happens at Jimmy John's because, and Brandon, you're saying this is at Subway now as well? At some?
I believe so. Some, yeah.
Yeah.
Subway?
Where you have to tip. Or you have an option to leave a tip. I don't think that there should be an option to tip. I think if you spend $14 on your sandwiches, you should just pay with your card, get your card back. You don't need a pen and 2 pieces of paper like you sat down at Veritas. I can't stand it. I can't be the only one, okay?
Oh,
Anyone
you're
that
not.
goes through Jimmy John, no one's going through Jimmy John's and saying, well, let me fill out that, let me tip 20% of you doing the sandwiches.
I give a tip because I want my sandwich to be,
Maybe we should just start paying cash.
You're right,
Maybe
Brandon.
less pressure.
You're right. I think I'm going to go to the ATM before I go there now. Because every time I go there, I think I wish I had cash so I didn't have to do the
Yeah.
tip card thing.
Today, the New York Times has an in-depth story on tipping, and it's become a big problem. In some places, like Shake Shack, they said, no more tipping.
Good.
We won't allow it. And the reporter had a story about someone who was in Iceland, and not only do they include tips in the bill, but when you tried to tip a waiter, the waiter said to me, don't do that. I know you're American, but we pay people properly here.
This may not be popular, but I know someone who owns a coffee store. And that person has said to me, you shouldn't tip. You shouldn't tip. So, there you go. I would say if it's like a fancy drink or something at a coffee place, for sure leave a tip.
Well, if they do that design on
For
the top.
sure.
Yeah,
For
the
sure.
design on the top should get a tip.
You know, you can leave a tip at coffee places. That's a bad example. Really what I'm talking about is fast casual restaurants. So,
Well, there's even retail places. You know, I was at the airport the other day, and at that little whatever place it is, CNBC, there's
CNBC store?
a CNBC store. There's a little tip screen,
Really?
and
You know, you have to ask for a bag too.
it's self-serve, and there's no bags.
I know, you have to ask for a bag.
Self-checkout, and you tip. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The Mega Millions, no one won last night, so Friday's draw will be $626 million.
Great.
Got the police blotter today. A couple items on the blotter. Tuesday morning at 3:15 a.m., 3 suspects broke into Vandercook Lake High School and stole various items and damaged school property. And the sheriff's department released these photos.
Who are these people?
We want to know. Someone knows these people.
Someone does know.
What idiot breaks into a high school?
Well, I don't know. In this day and age, Brandon, this would have been more common when you and I were coming up, breaking into the high school.
I don't think it's
Wouldn't you cover your face completely?
teenagers. I think
Wouldn't you cover your face
We
completely?
went all through this
Yeah.
effort, and then, yeah.
Go back to that last one there.
Someone's
think-
got to be able to spot these guys.
Go back to that last
what are
one.
they carrying
Now,
around?
what do you think the age of that? Do we know the age?
No, we don't. We know it's 2 men and a woman.
2 men and a
2
woman?
male and a female. I'm
Are
sorry.
you sure?
Yeah, according to the sheriffs.
Those are Hey, hang on a second. Clear me off the screen. Go back to that little one. The one you just had. Those are Jordan 7s. I'm serious. They are. They're Jordan 7s, which is a rare shoe. It'd be hard to get. You'd have to buy it online. They haven't re-released those in years. That
Well, we
is
should
a
be able-
Jordan 7. Could even be a Carolina. Yeah, those are Jordan 7s. Look to be about a size 9.5, 10.
If you know these people, call Deputy Shackelford at 768-7972. Also from the Jackson County Sheriff's Police blotter, a Summit Township man accidentally shot himself in the butt.
Anytime you say Summit Township man, I always get nervous about Brandon because he's a Summit Township man sometimes.
You're a Summit Township man.
We're all Summit Township men.
9:45 a.m. Saturday, sheriff's deputies were called for a reported shooting, and they arrived to discover the homeowner, while holstering his handgun,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
shot himself
Yeah.
in the butt.
That's an open and shut case. Yeah, I mean that's the only way you could shoot yourself in the butt unless you tried to shoot yourself in the butt. That had to hurt.
9:45 a.m.
9:45 a.m. You shoot
Saturday.
yourself in the butt with a through and through.
Summit Township.
Unbelievable. I did not hear about that. Have you noticed that the Halloween stores are open?
That reminds me, I got you your favorite treat, Junior Mints.
Thank you.
Halloween
Wow,
edition.
thank you. You know, I got to tell you something. I love Junior Mints, but there was that. I think it was 2020 or 2021 when I ate myself sick.
Well, you ordered like a case of them.
I made myself sick. I like to stick them in the freezer and then eat them like that.
I wonder if they taste...
They taste the same.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. They taste the same. Thank you very much. But yeah, Halloween is coming up, and you know, I was thinking, I don't ever remember in my entire life you ever dressing up for Halloween.
Never will, never have.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the last Halloween costume? I have something in my mouth. What was the last costume you wore? No, when you were a kid.
Something with one of those plastic things, those plastic masks.
Crazy. Brandon, have you dressed up as a parent for your kid? I have like 4 or 5 times.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
I think I was Casper the Ghost one year.
No, I don't ever remember you, or my mom for that matter,
No.
dressing up for Halloween, maybe wearing like an orange sweater or something like that.
I don't like Halloween.
I know you don't. But Halloween USA and Halloween Spirit of America, or whatever it's called, is open.
Oh my God.
Spirit Halloween, I think it's called. And
Where is it, in the old Office Depot?
there's 7 of them. They're in the old Rite Aids.
That's what those Rite Aids can be.
Yeah.
You know.
No, they're going to be Dollar General.
The Rite Aid people, they build the buildings so they can't be modified to look like anything else but an abandoned Rite Aid.
You're exactly right. Or an abandoned Rite Aid that is now a Dollar General.
You know, not only is Halloween creeping up, but so is the election day. We're just a tick over 2 months away from election day.
Really?
And in Birmingham, Nikki Shapiro Vinkier put her front yard, filled her front yard with yard signs for Kamala Harris. And the neighbors...
Can't even read the back half of those.
The neighbors had a fit.
Well, it looks like a fine community.
The neighbor slipped a note in her mailbox and said, "Oh, you are breaking the rules, only 1 yard sign per yard." And the mayor said, "No, there's no rule like that." So she ordered even more yard signs to spite the neighbor.
Can you see her out there just putting those in and then going back
Yeah.
inside and having a sip of her lemonade and then watching all the neighbors drive by?
Ms. Vickier has ordered over 7,000 signs. So
Wow.
Birmingham, you ain't seen nothing
Wow.
yet.
What a busy gal she is. Busy gal.
You thought we had a lot of bad rain last night? Well, in Mexico at Six Flags, apparently there's Six Flags in Mexico. There,
Up to my phone. Crazy.
but they got the people down, and you know what? They went right back to it. They loaded
Crazy.
the thing up and sent more people up.
Cascades has fireworks, and you were invited. It's the Labor Day fireworks. Everyone's surprised that Labor Day is coming up so quick.
Is
Well,
there
it's-
any tipping? Do you have to
tipping?
tip?
I don't think
No
there's any
tipping.
tipping. 6 o'clock at the Cascades, and fireworks begin at dusk. Should be a great time. While you're waiting for that, on Thursday night, tomorrow night, Ella's having a patio party. Go out, check that out. The new and improved granary. It's awesome. $5 admission for members, $10 for non-members. And there'll be food, cash bar, and live entertainment. It's a great time at the Ella.
Awesome. You know, with the power outage, did you know Consumers Energy, they revamped their website and they took the outage map off the front page?
They did.
Oh, well, there's no outages.
That's my favorite page of their website. Interesting.
Here's your mission. Find the outage map button on the Consumers Energy
right.
website.
Check out the David Rice podcast. Great interview with Napoleon Township Supervisor Ronnie, or not Ronnie John. That's the next thing I'm going to say. Dan Gallagher, and Dan's one of our sports commentators. Great interview. It's on YouTube and JTV.tv right now. And yeah, you can check out the Monday Mornings podcast. Nice interview with Ronnie John Cox, the owner of Technique and former Indy Racing League driver. That podcast is presented by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust.
Are you going to sign a podcast deal with Amazon like the Kelsey brothers did?
No, I am not that big of a deal like those boys are.
Yeah, $100 million with Amazon for a podcast.
I've reached out, but need more views. It's time now for our I've Been Framed photo of the week. This is one of my favorite photos. Who took it? Do you know who took this? I'd like to give credit before I turn it.
I took it.
Oh, you took it. Well, I'm going to compliment you, Bart. This is one of the coolest photos I've ever seen. This is from the Dapper Man grand opening, and what a cool shot. Very cool shot. Thanks to Amy and her team. Amy takes these photos and matches the frames absolutely perfectly. Highly recommend Amy and her team. The Purple Building on the corner of Wisner and North.
Yeah, they've done an awesome job with our summer photos.
Yes, they have.
Thanks so much to I've Been Framed. In New York City, guess what percentage of bus riders skip paying the fare?
70.
50%.
Really?
Half the people, 1 million riders a week, ignore the bus system's most basic rule every week.
Paying for the bus. Interesting. I think you can get a lot away with petty crimes in New York City. Real quick, high school football coming up tomorrow. Live coverage begins at 6:45. We've got the whole crew out. Should be a great game. Thanks to Minuteman Sewer and Drain for helping us bring you our 25th season of high school football. We'll have Michigan Center at Lumen Christi, and then we'll replay it again right when that game's over. It will be on YouTube and streaming services and JTV. Should be a great game. Check it out.
Yeah, good news. The temperature will probably drop below 80 degrees by game time, and there's only a 10% chance of rain tomorrow, so it should be great weather for
It'll
football.
be a busy night for all the communities as football season gets underway.
Who's on today's show?
We have a great show lined up. We're going to get things started. We have Dan Draper and Lauren Kaiser from the Jackson Area Career Center, and they join us right after this.